The fact that you're on this video indicates to me that you were probably directed here by a different video. So, get prepared for the 4 tenets of the unleashed minds after this. What's crackin', and welcome to Unleashed Minds. I'll be your host as always, Uncle Ram. We're not gonna waste any time, let's get right into this. So today we're gonna be going over the 4 tenets of the Unleashed Minds. The purpose of this is to ensure that we stay the path, stay the course, maintain integrity here on this channel. So what is a tenet? A tenet is a principle. So we will maintain principles here within this channel. We're not going to deviate. All right, so without delay, tenet number 1. This is a no emotion zone, period. Throw your emotions in the trash on the way to the door into this conversation. Because I'm telling you right now, especially if you're in the comment section making emotional types of comments, people aren't going to accept that here. So understand, emotions are not acceptable here. Why is that? We deal in logic and rationality here. So we want to be objective as possible and unbiased, literally as humanly possible, because we want to give proper justice to whatever the topics are that we're covering, void of any opinions, right? Everyone has an opinion, and their opinions are based on their life experiences, but we want to stay the course. So put aside your emotions so you can correctly receive the information that we are putting forward in this channel, all right? And understand, this is not designed to hurt your feelings. Mind you, we're talking about emotions, so the intent is not to hurt your feelings. The truth, frankly, is that you'll never receive the information that is designed to help you if people are afraid to hurt your feelings. So you always want to keep that in mind, all right? So keep your emotions in check. Understand, this is a no emotion zone. The second tenet of the Unleashed Minds comes from a world-renowned psychologist by the name of Friedrich Nietzsche. And this comes from his book called Beyond Good and Evil. And it is as follows. The strength of a person's spirit would then be measured by how much truth he could tolerate, or more precisely, to what extent he needs to have it diluted, disguised, sweetened, muted, falsified. That's powerful. And pretty much what that's saying is that you can tell someone's character by how much truth they're able to take. Some people, depending on what truth you tell them, they will tap out. The problem here is that if you're this way, you're destined to receive information that is to your detriment. So I'll give you a quick example. My cousin, she's a great artist. She just started her own company, and if she were to paint something and she wants, let's say we'll use me as the example. If she wanted my true opinion and I were to lie to her because I felt that she couldn't take the constructive criticism, she would then put out a painting to the public that actually isn't that good. So you don't want to be a person who can't take truth. In this example, it is definitely to your detriment. So understand that this is going to say more about you than it does about anyone else, especially someone who is just delivering the information. This brings us to tenet number 3 of the Unleashed Minds. And I foresee that this is probably going to be the tenet that has the biggest amount of blowback, but that's okay. We'll take it as it comes because we have something for you people.
What do you mean, you people?
And what is that third tenet? That third tenet is that your position of authority does not override empirical evidence. So we do have 2 things there. We have position of authority and we have empirical evidence. We'll cover empirical evidence first. What is it? Empirical evidence is the information received by means of the senses, particularly by observation and documentation of patterns and behavior through experimentation. So what that means is your observations and experiences in everyday life are valid. So if you see the sun rise and it's light outside, you see the sun set and it gets dark outside, you probably don't need a PhD or a certification to confirm that that information is true. That's just intrinsic. The next part is a position of authority. What is that? This is someone who ranks highly in any particular position in a particular area, such as a doctor in medicine, a pastor in a church, or a congressman or congresswoman in politics. So the issue is that many people in these positions use authority in their field to confirm their own biased opinions and invalidate yours. I'm sure you've had this happen in your life before. It's kind of annoying. But, for example, if you're having a discussion about a woman's right to choose, which is abortion,
it's my hot body, I'll do what I want,
with, say, a pastor, and that pastor says that anyone who believes that abortion should be legal is wrong because the Bible states fill in the blank. Now, what's happening is that he's using the fact that he's a pastor as though he knows more than you, and he's using the Bible as a platform of the discussion to validate what he's stating is wrong within itself, because you might not be a believer in the Bible and you're not using that as a platform. So that's something we need to pay attention to. Also understand that philosophers take intrinsic value to be crucial to a variety of moral judgments. So always understand that your position of authority cannot override empirical evidence. Last but not least, this brings us to the 4th tenet of the Unleashed Minds, and that is that I can only explain it to you. I can't understand it for you. You must be a participant in your own rescue. And what does that mean? That means that I can give you the information, I can give you the facts, but only you can understand it based on the other 3 tenets. And this is your own responsibility. You must seek the information that you would like to have. That is your responsibility, especially when you need further information. Anytime that's necessary, go digging for it. The idea here is that this channel promotes truth. And that's truth despite whatever may be the most convenient for us in whatever situation we're in life. Now, this channel does not tolerate dogmatism of any ideology for any reason at all. Once you have an understanding of the facts, and then you're able to accept those facts as is when something is going to snap. And that snap is that You are now of unleashed mind. So here's the key. We're all adults here. Feel free to believe whatever you want. That's great. I'm just here to deliver information. You can choose to live in your reality, and so can I. You're grown. Do whatever you want. So as a quick review of the 4 tenets of the unleashed minds is number 1, this is a no emotion zone. Go ahead and throw your emotions in the trash before you get to the door of the conversation here, all right? Number 2, the strength of a person's spirit can be measured by how much truth they can tolerate. Okay? Number 3, your position of authority does not override empirical evidence. Can't wait to see that one. And number 4, to round it out, is that I can only explain it to you. I can't understand it for you. You must be a participant in your own rescue. With that said, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit the bell notification. All right, you guys, we'll check you out later.